Honorable Principal Dr. Rizwana Hamdani Ma'am, Honorable Vice Principal Dr. Ari Panjum Sir, Honorable Accuracy Coordinator Dr. Shakib Sir, Honorable Guest, respected academic head, respected all my colleagues and dear students, a very good morning to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to extend to you a very warm welcome on behalf of MGV's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Malegaon City. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome to you one-day multidisciplinary national conference on trends and challenges in research methodology organized by Department of English. The purpose of the conference is to show the intersectionalities of seemingly diverse academic fields of knowledge as well as varied research methods and techniques. We extend our gratitude to all the participants who have joined us to make this event successful. For sharing aims and objectives, I would like to call Professor Akhtar sir. Over to you, sir. Akhtar sir. सर माइक ऑन कीजिए प्लीज टर्न ऑन द माइक सर प्लीज ओके
Okay, am I audible now?
यस सर
Good morning, everyone. It is Professor Akhtar, Department of English. Here I am going to talk about the significance of this one-day national conference. The one-day multidisciplinary national conference on trends and challenges in research methodology aims to bring together researchers, teachers, and students to discuss new trends in research methods. Research is an important part of academic work, and with changing time, the way research is conducted is also evolving. This conference will provide a platform to share knowledge, explore new ideas, and to discuss the challenges faced while conducting research. It will also focus on importance of ethical research practices and honesty in academic work. One of the key objectives of this conference is to introduce participants to the latest development in research methods. Researchers use different techniques such as qualitative and quantitative and sometimes the mixed methods. So this will help them to understand how to use these tools. Another important goal is to discuss the difficulties researchers face, challenges like collecting accurate data, avoiding plagiarism, following ethical guidelines, and ensuring reliable results are common in research. This conference will provide solution to these problems and help researchers to improve the quality of their work. Finally, this one-day multidisciplinary research national conference on trends and challenges in research methodology will help researchers to understand new trends, overcome challenges, and improve their skills. Through learning and collaboration, the event aims to promote high quality research and academic excellence. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच सर to present welcome note may I invite honorable Dr. Ari Panjum sir to address the participants sir please
Am I audible?
yes sir
Okay, thank you. First of all, good morning to all of you, respected dignitaries, resource persons, participants, and dear students. First of all, a very warm welcome to all of you to one day national conference on trends and challenges in research methodology. As the title trends and challenges. So as we know that continuously the technology is changing, and due to changes in the technology, every sphere of life is changing. Sorry. In the same way, the research methodology concept is also having a lot of focus in today's research world. So we are talking about trends. We know that due to AI, everything is affecting. So right now we have AI-driven data analysis. We have AI driven research methods and all those things. So there are a lot of things to discuss regarding trends in research methodology. Apart from that, the major challenge in front of the research methodology is ethical consideration, because we know that it is right now very simple that you just visit to some AI website and drop your topic, drop your title, you get research papers and all those things. And it is really one of the major challenges in front of the researchers, in front of the universities, in front of the publishers to find out whether the research is original or not. So I hope that this conference will enlighten on this topic, that is trends and challenges and research methodology. So I extend my heartfelt gratitude to, and I also welcome to Dr. Ahmed Samsar from Pune College, Dr. Vasha Patil from ZB Patil College, then Sharad Binno sir from KTHM College, Dr. Sajid Naim from Mansoura College. I hope that these experts will enlighten on the trends and challenges in research methodology, and all the participants and students and the faculty members will get benefit from this conference, and this conference will give another insight in terms of research methodology. Once again, welcome to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your words. Let's move to the next step. I, Assistant Professor Zarinas from Department of English. It is an honor to introduce our next distinguished guest, Dr. Varsha Sanjay Patil, a renowned academician, researcher, and mentor with excellent spanning of 31 years in the field of English literature and education. Dr. Patil currently served as a vice principal and head of the Department of English at Jai Hind Educational Trust, ZB Patil College, Dhule. She is also PhD guide nurturing the next generation of scholars and senator at Kavitri Bhinabai Chaudhary North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon. Her active involvement in academia extend to serve on various university committee at NMU Jalgaon and contributing significantly as IQAC coordinator at ZP Patil College, Dhule. With a strong specialization in African American literature, Canadian literature, and gender studies, Dr. Patil has made a remarkable contribution to research and education. She has conducted certificate courses on soft skills, communication skills, and other courses. A passionate educator and organizer, she has successfully conducted workshops on communication skills for teachers, played a key role in syllabus forming for undergraduate programs. Her scholarly pursuits include publishing research papers and book chapters in renowned journals. We are truly privileged to have Dr. Varsha Sanjay Patil with us today, and we eagerly look forward to her invaluable insights and expertise. Let's welcome her for this today's webinar. Over to you, ma'am. Varsha, ma'am. Over to you.
Yes, yes. I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your kind words. Good morning to you all. Honorable management of the college, honorable principal, honorable vice principal, honorable IQC coordinator, honorable Dr. Zarin ma'am, the staff of the college and the participants. I'm so happy to be a part of this conference, and I express a feeling of gratitude to the organizers for giving me this wonderful opportunity to express my views on the topic, recent trends and challenges in research methodologies. I would like to congratulate the organizers for selecting this topic for the conference. As due to time constraints, I would like to go towards the presentation. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. As I have already mentioned that the topic which has been selected for this one-day multidisciplinary national conference is very much applicable in the present scenario. As we all know very well that the National Education Policy 2020 aims to promote research and innovation in higher education institutions. This policy also aims to develop research committees across disciplines. It also focuses on fostering a research oriented culture within higher education institutions. And this policy encourages interdisciplinary research to create a dynamic culture of problem solving. So that's why I think that keeping in view this particular importance of research, the organizers have selected this particular topic for today's conference. Today's presentation explores the meaning, objectives, and approaches of research methodology, highlighting the importance of understanding research methods and the challenges faced by the researchers. Now, first of all, let's try to understand what is a research. Is it visible, ma'am?
No, ma'am. It's not visible.
Just a minute. Is it?
No, ma'am.
Excuse me, just a minute. Is it visible, ma'am, now?
Yes, ma'am. It's okay now.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Now, as far as the meaning of research is concerned, as it has been given, that it's a systematic and logical search for information on a particular issue or topic. Research involves defining and redefining problems, formulating hypotheses, collecting and analyzing data, and drawing conclusions. As far as research is concerned, it aims to expand knowledge with new insights, understand the uniqueness of individuals or scenarios, analyzing the frequency of occurrences, and test hypotheses about relationships between variables. Now, when we talk about research as given by Hudson Maxim, that his famous maxim is there that all progress is born of inquiry and doubt is often better than overconfidence because it leads to inquiry and inquiry leads to invention. So research inculcates scientific kind of the thinking and it promotes the development of logical habits of thinking and organization. So itself indicates the importance of research. The role of research in several fields of applied economics, whether related to business or to the economy as a whole, has greatly increased in modern times. It provides the basis for nearly all government policies in our economic system. Research has its special significance in solving various operational and planning problems of business and industries. So, when we talk about research, it is equally important for social scientists in studying social relationships and seeking answers to various social problems. So, as it is very much important to undertake research because it contributes to the development of the nation. There are a number of scholars who have defined research in various ways. So here are few definitions which I have given. According to Kallinger, research is the plan, structure, and strategy of study conceived in order to get answers to research questions and also to control variance. Another definition is formed by Clifford Woody. Research comprises defining and redefining problems, formulating hypotheses or suggested solutions, collecting, organizing, evaluating data, making deductions, and reaching conclusions, and at last carefully testing the conclusions to determine whether they fit the formulating hypothesis. There are other scholars such as Green and Tull. According to them, it is the specification of techniques or and processes for obtaining the information required. Selinger and Stephenson, in the Encyclopedia of Social Sciences, they have given the definition of research. So, according to them, the manipulation of things, concepts, or symbols for the purpose of generalizing to extend, correct, or verify knowledge, whether that knowledge aids in the construction of theory or in the practice of an art. Other definitions are also given. I would like to read one. Creswell, according to him, research is a process of steps used to collect, analyze information to increase our understanding of topic. So when we look at all these definitions, we come to know that research is the kind of the plan. So there are a number of common factors in all these definitions, and these factors are that is the defining and redefining problem, formulation of hypothesis, then collection, organization, evaluation of data, and then coming to the conclusions. So as far as the research methodology is concerned, this presentation explores the fundamentals of research methodology, delving into its definition, types of research methodology, key components of methodology, recent trends in methodology. So let's have a look at it. Now, why research methodology? What is it? So research methodology is a systematic plan for conducting research, outlining the researcher's approach to ensure reliable and valid results. It encompasses the data collection, analysis, and interpretation methods. Now, when we talk about importance of research methodology, it is a well-defined methodology that ensures research is conducted rigorously, meticulously, addressing the research problem effectively and achieving the desired aims and objectives. So when we talk about research methodology, so research methodology gives us a way to systematically solve the research problems. It may be understood as a science of studying how research is done scientifically. In it, we can study the various steps that are generally adopted by a researcher in studying his or her research problem, along with the logic behind them. So it's very necessary for the researcher to know not only the research methods or techniques, but also the research methodology. So when we talk about research methodology, the scope of the research methodology is very much wider than that of research methods. When we talk of research methodology, we not only talk of the research methods, but also consider the logic behind the methods. We, in the context of research, study and explain why we are using a particular method or technique and why we are not using others, so that research results are capable of the evaluated either by the researcher himself, herself, or by others. So why a research study has been undertaken, how the research problem has been defined, in what way, and why the hypothesis has been formulated, what data have been collected, what particular method has been adopted, and why particular technique of analyzing data has been used, and a host of similar other questions are usually answered when we talk about research methodology concern a research problem or study. Now, when we talk about, in addition to this, a research methodology is a way of explaining how a researcher intends to carry out the research. It also refers to the approach and framework used to guide the research process, which includes selecting research questions, data collection methods, and data analysis. Now, as far as importance of research methodology is concerned, it also provides scientifically sound findings. It provides a detailed plan to the researcher, and it helps to keep researcher on track. So that's why, keeping in view the importance of research methodology, we have to decide which uh, types of research methodology the researcher has to use. Now, in general, we can say that there are two types. The traditional types of research methodology are qualitative and quantitative. Now, as far as qualitative research is concerned, it focuses on collecting and analyzing non numerical data such as text, images, or audio recordings. It also aims to understand perceptions, experiences, and meanings. On the other hand, quantitative research involves collecting, analyzing numerical data using statistical methods to test hypotheses and measure relationships between variables. Now we have to consider some factors when we choose or the researcher chooses a methodology. And the factors are research objective, significance of statistics, nature of the research, sample size, and one more factor we have to consider, that is the time constraints. Now, when we talk about research objective, the research objective guides the selection of the appropriate methodology and data collection methods. Now, when we say something about the significance of statistics, it determines whether the researcher requires statistical analysis or a deeper understanding of perceptions and motivations. Another factor which has to be considered, that is the nature of the research. So, exploratory research often requires qualitative methods while measuring or testing requires quantitative methods. Now, when we say something about the sample size, so the researcher has to consider the sample size and available time when choosing data collection methods such as surveys, interviews, or observations. There are other components which the researcher has to take into account as far as the research methodology is concerned, that is the design, collection procedures, analysis, sampling, tools, and ethical considerations, as one of the staff members from your college has just talked about. Now, when we talk about the design, what actually design is? So, it is the overall plan for conducting the research, including the research approach, data collection methods, and analysis techniques. Another component is there, that is the collection procedures. So, what is it? So, it is the specific means the researcher can use specific methods to collect data such as surveys, interviews, observations, and experiments. Sampling is another component. So it includes selection, means the process of selecting a representative sample from the population of interest, which ensures the results can be generalized. Now, various tools can be used by the researcher, such as questionnaire, interview guides, or laboratory equipments can be used. Then analysis. So there are a number of methods, to analyze the collected data, and which methods we can or the researcher can use, such as statistical analysis, thematic analysis, or content analysis. And very important component is there, that is the ethical consideration. So ensures that the research is conducted ethically, respecting participant rights, privacy, and confidentiality. Now, after talking about the uh, traditional trends, factors, and components of research methodology, let's have a look at the recent trends in research methodology. And the trends are mixed methods research, big data analytics, reproducibility and open science, ethnographic research, digital research methods, artificial intelligence in research, replication studies, participatory research, data visualization, and longitudinal studies. Now, when we talk about mixed methods research, we have already talked about qualitative and quantitative approaches. So here it is expected that there is a combination of qualitative and quantitative approaches to gain a more comprehensive understanding of complex research questions. So the researcher can combine both these approaches there. Now, as far as big data analytics is concerned, here we have to extract the meaningful insights from the vast and complex data sets using advanced analytical techniques. Now, reproducibility and open science. It promotes transparency, collaboration, and the advancement of knowledge by sharing research methods, data, and findings openly. There is another kind of a trend that is the ethnographic research. So, immersing oneself in natural settings. So, the settings will be natural one to gain what? To gain an in depth understanding of social and cultural phenomena through observation and interactions. Another kind of a trend is there that is the digital research. Now, here, utilization of digital tools are expected. Online surveys, the researcher can conduct, use of social media data and other digital sources for data collection and analysis, they are expected here. Nowadays, everywhere we are talking about AI or artificial intelligence in each and every sphere of human life. Now, it is also used in research. It harnesses the power of AI techniques to automate data analysis and extract insights and assist in decision making processes. There is another kind of a trend that is replication studies. It validates and verifies previous research findings by other researchers by independently repeating studies to ensure the robustness and reliability of results. There is also one very recent trend that is the participatory research. It is expected that there should be or there is a kind of a active collaboration with whom? With the communities or individuals being studied, empowering them as co-researchers to ensure research relevance and ethical considerations. There is the very latest trend that is the data visualization. So, use of visual representations to communicate research findings in a compelling and accessible manner, enhancing understanding because it enhances understanding, it facilitates decision making also. And one is there that is longitudinal studies. Now, what is expected here? Collecting data from the same individuals or groups over an extended period to examine what changes occurred during that time, as well as the trends and development trajectories. So these are recent trends. Now, we have just mentioned the role of AI and big data as far as latest trends are concerned. So these are new approaches in research methodology, and the integration of AI into research methodology is transforming the research paradigm by improving number of things such as data analysis, efficiency, and innovation. So these new approaches allow researchers to model, train, simulate complex research scenarios, accelerating and simplifying quantitative testing methods. So it is very, very helpful to the researcher. So emerging research methodologies based on AI tools revolutionize traditional approaches, traditional traditional research approaches by adopting artificial intelligence algorithms to create specific working models for each tested hypothesis. It also helps us to obtain valuable insights regardless of validation of hypothesis by classical quantitative analysis. So the role of AI is very much helpful to the researcher, but there are some, pros and cons and benefits and hazards as far as the use of AI in research they are concerned. I have mentioned few here. So the pros are just like this: that it improves the use of AI in research, improves data analysis, automation of repetitive tasks, increased accuracy. It enhances collaboration. It supports ethical decision making, open access platforms, and predictive modeling and simulation. These are few pros of use of AI in research. There are cons also, such as we so much depend on, kind of the AI models, and there is a lack of transparency also, and job displacement. The possibility of this particular job displacement is there. There are benefits of AI, use of AI in research, such as efficiency is gained, it enhances innovation, reduction, it reduces or reduction. There is a possibility of reduction in research bias. Global collaboration is possible, and it improves decision making. But whenever we are talking about the use of AI in research, there are some hazards also, because the use of AI in research somehow um, minimizes the human touch. So the loss of human element is there. Then the misinformation and misuse is there. Dependence, so much dependence on proprietary software is there, and there is a reinforcement of existing biases. Ethical and legal issues will be there, and it can also, there is a kind of environmental impact of the use of AI in research is there. So even though there are some hazards, but we can mitigate those hazards and maximize the benefits of AI in research by ethical oversight, transparency, and explainability, bias mitigation, collaboration and regulation, and environmental considerations. So we can mitigate these hazards. When we talk about the ethical oversight, so there is a kind of rigorous ethical guidelines should be provided, and oversight are very much crucial to ensure that AI is applied very responsibly and transparently. So it encourages the development and the use of explainable and transparent AI models to enhance trust and validate results. When we say something about the bias mitigation, so implement we have to think about this, that implement techniques to identify and correct biases in AI models, use diverse data sets for training to ensure fairness and representation. Then we can just talk about the So these trends include the use of digital humanities. So nowadays we talk about digital humanities tools for what? For text analysis, which are challenges include the need to balance traditional methods with new technologies, the potential for bias in digital tools, and the need to ensure access to research for all. There are some emerging trends in humanities and literature research, such as digital humanities. I have already mentioned about that, because digitization of text and archives allows for wider access and comparative analysis. So the researcher can get the wider access, as well as comparative analysis is possible due to these tools. And text mining is another kind of is increasing day by day. There is one more thing, that is the cultural studies. So, cultural studies engage with broader questions about race, gender, and identity. Another emerging trend is there, that is the global and comparative literary studies. So, when we say something about global and comparative literary studies, we talk about post colonial transnational studies. These studies focus on literature from foreign sources, including European, American, Asian, African, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Chinese, Chinese, challenges in humanities and literature research. The challenges are access to resources, disciplinary boundaries, technology and humanistic inquiry, and audience and public engagement. So funding constraint is major issue, and limited access to primary sources, especially in non-Western countries, make research challenging. Which leads to database debates over curriculum and relevance. Another challenge is there in research, which is relevant to humanities and literature, that is technology and humanistic inquiry. So, digitization challenges over reliance on technology and ethical dilemmas in representation, which requires careful consideration. Specialist audience who are not specialists in that area is another challenge, and adapting to shifting reading habits are very crucial for the future of the humanities. Artificial intelligence plays very significant role in English language and literature research as it plays in other disciplines. Text mining and literary analysis. Now, as far as AI is concerned, the AI tools like NLP analyze large volumes of text, identifying patterns and themes, and provide insights into character development and plot dynamics. And really, it can give a very different kind of the perspective to the researcher as far as research in English language and literature is concerned. Authorship attribution and literary style analysis is another kind of the thing. So AI driven stylometric analysis quantifies and compares authors style with readers other role AI plays, where digital humanities and textual preservation. So contribution of AI to digitization and preservation of historical and literary text is possible, which enhances text recognition in old manuscripts. Interactive textual analysis platforms are given, which allows for real-time engagement with literary works. AI expands the scope of literary studies by how? By analyzing non-canonical or marginalized text, providing insights into diverse voices and perspectives. So we can say that AI enables to extend literary studies beyond academic as far as literary theory is concerned. because AI models analyze and model narrative structures, enables comparisons between works. So scholars are experimenting with blending AI techniques with literary theory. So the outcome of this kind of research is very remarkable and fantastic. Now, when we talk about the role of AI in English language and literature research, there are some challenges also in AI. Challenges such as data bias, representation, oversimplification and loss of human insight, interpretability and transparency, ethical concerns like bias, misrepresentation, use those lens, but AI may overlook deeper meanings. So AI's reliance on predefined models may hinder creative and speculative interpretation. This is another challenge. So, dear participants, the use of AI in research in general and English language and literature research plays very vital role. Researchers or the scholars must balance their use of AI tools with traditional methods of reading and interpreting text, integrating them effectively. After discussing the challenges in English literature and language, these are challenges in research in general, which we have already talked about, such as funding constraints are there, ethical concerns are there, publication bias is there, access to resources and data, political and social pressures. In addition to that, technological and methodological barriers are
PPT
there.
is not showing, ma'am.
Just a minute. Which one? Challenges in research? Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, after having a look at the challenges in research in general, these challenges can be addressed by adopting or by employing some strategies like funding constraints, ethical concerns, publication bias, political and social pressures, in addition to that, technological and methodological barriers are there. Tailor ethics training to the researchers is very important. Then encourage replication studies, standardize methods, and promote open data sharing. So this strategy can be used then there is another strategy which can be used, that is we have to prioritize quality over quantity. Then we have to move beyond traditional metrics of success and create a supportive research environment. So this supportive research environment is very much important to address the challenge and to overcome it. Then we can advocate for open data initiatives, engage in collaboration, and lobby for policy changes. Those policy changes which can support better access to resources. Then there is also one kind of a strategy which can be used, that is faster communication, as well as another kind of a strategy can be employed, that is ensure diverse representation in research samples, train researchers to recognize and counteract biases and promote diversity in research kind of the teams. Then we have to invest in technology. Here, the role of policymakers is very important. Embrace methodological innovation. The researcher has to embrace methodological innovation and collaborate with experts in the concerned or the relevant fields. And the next is there, that is, we have to prioritize scientific challenges. So there is a possibility of overcoming these challenges. I have given a list of the references here. I would like to conclude here that I just wish
Thank you so much.
I would like to conclude here that research contributes to individual, social, and national as well as global development. So I express my best wishes to the participants there and the participants who would like to undertake research. So their research will surely contribute to the national as well as the global development. I am very thankful.
Thank you so much, Varsha ma'am, for sharing your valuable insights and deep knowledge with us. Your presentation truly broadened our understanding. We appreciate the time and effort you put into delivering such an engaging session. Now, moving forward, it's my pleasure to introduce our next distinguished researcher and academician. Dr. Sajid Naim, sir. Most welcome, ma'am. Dr. Sajid Naim, a distinguished researcher and academician. Dr. Naim holds a PhD in electronic science from Savitri Bai Phule Pune University and has an impressive research background in supercapacitor, thin and thick film technology, material science, electrochemistry, with a 28 research paper published in high impact journal. His contribution to the field are remarkable, currently serving as an assistant professor at MMANTC, Malegaon. Dr. Naeem has contributed significantly to the development of scientific manuscript review, and international collaboration. Apart from his technical expertise, he is also a recipient of several prestigious awards and certification also, including the MSc qualification and district level award for teaching excellence. Today, we are honored to have him share his insight and expertise with us. Let's extend a warm welcome to Dr. Sajid Naeem, sir. Please, sir,
Thank you,
over
ma'am,
to you.
for introducing me. Now I will share my presentation. So before going to start my presentation, let I be share beautiful quote of Albert Einstein. It said, "Imagination is highest form of research." So in my presentation, I will cover these 6 topics, which are very important for a beginner or for a researcher, which who are uh, who are who are going to publish their manuscript nowadays. So first topic is introduction to research methodology, AI in research, which is trending in market, advanced analytical tools or analytical research, interdisciplinary and collaborative research, so in introduction, I would like to explain about the research methodology. As we know that research methodology, it is a process of collecting, analyzing, and interpreting the information to answer a research question, or we can say it is a way of finding the answer from different statements or from different hypotheses or from different problems. So we let's will see general types of research methodology. I will focus on the recent trends in research methodology. So this is just introductory part where I'm highlighting the general types of research methodology. We know that qualitative research, quantitative research, mixed research, descriptive research, experimental research, correlation research, case study, and also there are different types of research which are communication research, short communication, or research review. So we'll focus on what trending nowadays in research methodology. So this is a research paper format or structure. It is a standard format for a SCI Scopus paper. If you are planning for a good quality publication in a international journals or a SCI Scopus or a high impact journals, so you must note that there is a particular format for accepting the manuscript or research papers. If you are planning for a journals are also demanding graphical abstract. So you must create the graphical abstract as well as if you're writing an abstract. Also include 4 to 5 keywords or important terminologies which are used in your manuscript. And these 4 points: number one, introduction; number two, methodology; number three, results and discussion; number four, conclusion. And later we'll see that there are many tools which are used or many websites which are providing the references in different formats. So these 4 points are essential if you are submitting any manuscript. So introduction must be include the latest literature with novelty of the your research work having which shows the research gap. So try to write your introductory part which includes the latest literature of your research work which you are going to be conducting. In research methodology, you can use one of the method. If you are using experimental work, so you have to explain here the experimental work. If you are using simulation or some hypothesis, so in proper manner you have to be explained in the particular section. So these 4 sections are very important. In result and discussion, it is very important. Again, whatever your findings, whether it is in the form of graphs, tables, or some measurements or calculations, or some statistical data, so you have to be show or include in this section. In conclusion, again, it is a summary which shows what you did. So it is very important to write and image generation, video generation. So in developed countries, researchers are using different AI tools to enhance their productivity, to enhance their quality of the manuscript or quality of the research work. So I suggest all the research scholars, when you are using the any kind of AI tools to generate or to for your research work, so you must show to your guide or your or expert of in the domain field, because whatever the AI generating, you must be carefully read the content and your guide and expert to validate the content before going to submit or before going to publish. So nowadays ChatGPT is people are using to generating the contents, as well as now DeepSeek is launched by China. So there is a many AI tools which are used by the researchers. And now I would like to explain about the academic database. Most of the researchers are using different databases like represent the different journals by using different database, like IEEE having its own database. Springer also providing the general finder, elsewhere is also providing general finder. You may note down or you may take the screenshots, and I suggest you kindly make your Google Scholar, because nowadays people are identifying the research scholars according to research citations. So citation means a number of your research paper is cited by the different research scholars. And also unfortunately UGC care is removed by the UGC, but it is declared that you have to be refer the international database, and you have to publish your research paper at suitable journals by using these database. Now next topic is advanced analytical tools. So before we are using to plot the graph Excel, and also we are writing our manuscript in MS Office Word. So these are the traditional methods. Nowadays the research scholars are using Tableau for plotting the graphs, Power BI for developing the PowerPoint presentation. Also there is a tool which are in demanding LaTeX, which is used to preparing the manuscript. So you have to learn advanced analytical tools to increase the visuality and the quality of the manuscript. There are different types of data analytical techniques like descriptive, diagnostic, prescriptive, and predictive. So there are a lot of analytical or analysis techniques nowadays researchers are using. So you may be find as per your research what you are doing. It may be a theoretical research or hypothetical research or experimental research. So according to your research you can find productivity. Now, again, it is very important point, that is interdisciplinary and collaborative research. So what is interdisciplinary means? You can apply AI in any field: AI in healthcare, AI in material science, AI in language. Already Varsam I am told AI in language. So I suggest you do interdisciplinary research work to increase your productivity, and do collaboration with your colleagues which are in different department, or also do collaboration with some government and private organization, some industry partners, so you can get fundings to develop your research work. Now it is offered for every research scholars or students that I am offering an exciting opportunity for the undergraduate and postgraduate students to collaborate with me. Means you can collaborate with me. My mobile number and email ID is there. So I am offering to all of you, you can collaborate with me and do research work to reduce the cost, time, and risk. So they are developing the algorithm. They are using the simulation tools like MATLAB, COMSOL, ANSYS, and there is a lot of tools which are used to for simulation purpose. And high impact factor journals are also accepting the simulation work. Suppose you have having the complicated mathematical equations, so you may plot or you may compute by using different simulation tools. Ethical and sustainable consideration in research practice, yes, it is very important, because when you are using some data which are already published, you have to cite properly. And if you I'll talk about the if you are using some animal or some kind of human welfare work, so you have to be cite in your paper properly. So your work must be eco-friendly, or your work must be openly for everyone, so the other can researcher can benefit from your research work. Now, as per given time, I'm trying to conclude my presentation. I'm sincerely thankful to Honorable Principal and Head of the English Department, MGV Arts, Science, Commerce, for inviting me as a resource person, and thanks for organizing committee, Dr. Rizwana Hamdani ma'am, Dr. Arif Anjum sir, Dr. Robina, Dr. Professor Jasmine ma'am. I tried my best within the given time. Thank you very much.
Engineering, Arts, Commerce and Science College, Malegaon City. I express my sincere gratitude on the guest resource person, Dr. Sajid Naeem sir, for his valuable guidance. We are truly honored to have him with us today, and we deeply appreciate his time and effort in our understanding and inspire meaningful discussion. I'm highly obliged you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Without further delay, I now invite our esteemed guest, Dr. Ahmed Shamshad sir, to enlighten us with his knowledge and experience. Dr. Ahmed Shamshad is an assistant professor and head of the Department of Political Science at AKI's Pune College of Arts, Science and Commerce College, Pune. He holds a PhD from Aligarh Muslim University and his area of interest public administration, Indian polity, and Western political thought. His research focuses on bureaucracy, governance, women's empowerment, and economic policies in India. Dr. Samshad has an extensive academic background with enormous publications in national and international journals. He has authored many books and contributed chapters on topics like poverty, regional politics, gender issues, and globalization. He is a life member of the Indian Political Science Association and an associate member of the Indian Institute of Public Administrations, New Delhi. His teaching experience has many years and he actively participates in conferences, seminars, and workshops. His research contributions have significantly enriched discussions on governance, development, and socio-political issues in India. Sir, we are eager to hear from you and look forward to an enlightening session. Let us extend a warm welcome to Dr. Ahmad Samshad. Please join me in welcoming him. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing me. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
And other audience? Actually, just yesterday I told you that suddenly I was allotted one duty regarding to visit to Mahabaleshwar. So still I am traveling actually. So it is also a kind of research actually. Just I was thinking that if net facilities are not available, so I am not able to talk to you. So I am thankful to the management of your college and the principal, vice principal, and organizing committee of this seminar. So and participants also, and all the resource persons, including Sajid sir and Varsha ma'am. So most of the topics on that I was planning to talk. Actually, Varsha ma'am explained. So I was thinking that if I repeat all those topics, so it is a case of plagiarism, and it is also a case of copyright, and it will come under intellectual property right. So I will try to cover my discussion within few minutes. So uh, I am asking that, ma'am, it is not necessary that to present my PPT, or just I have to talk orally. Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So मैं PPT ही present करना है या मैं ऐसी बात कर लूँ?
No issue, sir. You can talk like as you
अच्छा, okay,
wish.
just I try, I try. So my screen is showing to you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So dear participants, as Varsha ma'am explained that what is the meaning of research. So these things all of you are aware of the meaning. Research is an endeavor to discover answers to intellectual and practical problems through the application of scientific method. And actually, research is a method to gain knowledge. So what is the meaning of research? So a researcher tries to do research. Then I am also I am considered myself as a researcher, not a very good researcher, but uh, I always try to become a good researcher. So, but nowadays, what is the problem with research? How the researcher that research is a systematized effort to gain new knowledge. But actually, when we think about us as a researcher, so actually when we do research, or we are near to complete our research, or have research, so when we think that kind of दिस इज प्रॉब्लम. तो मुझे कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि हम जो रिसर्चर होने का दावा करते हैं, तो हमें अपनी रिसर्च करने के ज़माने में जब हम रिसर्च करते हैं या रिसर्च करने के बाद हमें ये सोचना चाहिए क्या वाकई हमने कोई नया नॉलेज हासिल किया नहीं किया. सो समटाइम्स वी ऑब्जर्व, और आई पर्सनली ऑब्जर्व दैट in the use of AI, what is the negative aspect, what is the positive aspects of AI. So we using for research purposes. But example, when we see the situation of 10 years ago, 10 years ago, the researcher, of course, the materials are available, and the when any student who have or who choose any topic, because the in a research area, it is very important to choose one topic. Until and unless we don't, or I don't choose any topic, we cannot complete our research. So, what is the importance of that topic, and what is the how we are creating hypothesis on that topic, and how we can complete all the processes of that hypothesis. So, जब हम ये देखते हैं कि रिसर्च टॉपिक के चुनने के बाद हमने उसके हाइपोथेसिस, तो लिटरली अगर हम सही मानों में उसको देखते हैं, सो दैट इज वेरी निगेटिव, दैट इज वेरी निगेटिव. Most of us who claim that we are researcher, especially in a social science, because we are discussing here the areas, threats and challenges in society in this medical field and university.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Okay. My voice is not clear, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, hello. Now my voice is clear, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I told you that. So now, yeah, my slide is visible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. It is
So these
visible.
are some of the features of research. When you will see or you see this slide, research is directed towards the solution of a problem. Research is based upon observable experience or empirical evidence. Research demands accurate observation and description. Research involves gathering new data from primary sources or using existing data for a new purpose. Research activities are characterized by carefully designed procedures. Research requires expertise, that is a skill necessary to carry out investigation, to read related literature, and to understand and analyze the data gathered. Research critically test of validate the data collected and conclusions. Research involves search of answers to unsolved problems. Research requires courage. Research is characterized by an unhurried activity. Research is carefully recorded for the situation and follow follow the guidelines and procedures and processes of research. So actually, we are not up to the mark of the original research work. So nowadays, the University Grants Commission also is continuously making many changes in the research processes related to funding, related to plagiarism, related to UGC care listed journals, related to peer reviewed journals, and related to refereed journals. So of course, the policies are being framed by the UGC or University Grants Commission. So, but as a researcher, we always try, or I have to try to search something new and which must be beneficial for human beings and which must be beneficial for the society. And it depends on me as a researcher, it depends on me. For example, if I use AI tools in my research work, so what is the limit or what should be the limit of using AI tool in our research? It depends on me. No one is there. No, you know that UGC care listed journals. If I am going to publish my paper in UGC care listed journal or any peer reviewed journal or any refereed journal, so and the many tools are there to check plagiarism. What we know how the material which I am using, which we are using in that paper, that what how much contents are real or how much contents are copied. So actually, research is related to ethical approach also. If we follow our ethics in my research, then that should be or that may be productive. You know, I give you a very interesting example. One of my elder brother, he's a professor at AMU, University in the zoology department. He received one thesis, and the title of thesis, that is in zoology department, related to genetics. The topic of the thesis, that is the UGC funding trends towards the research on ecology. So what kind of the topic that person, that researcher, he has opted. So actually, research is related to ethics. I have to decide what kind of topic I have to choose and what kind of material I have to collect. Either I am using primary sources or secondary sources, or I am presenting my own opinion in my research work. And and of course, if I present my own views in the research work with the help of primary or secondary sources, so it may be helpful for my future also. Very interesting thing. It is related to me actually. I did my PhD in 2002 and 2004, this period. Many times I visited many institute at Delhi, Indian Institute of Public Administration, Indian Institute of Social Science, and Indian Social Institute, and I gathered secondly, of course, that all those were the secondary data, but I tried to present the real. I tried actually. I tried to present those works as a real work, so that gives me many benefits. One of the platform of publication, that is state publication. So many of my articles, many of my chapters are published in state publication. So when you follow your ethics in research work, that that may be that may be beneficial for you, for your institute, and of course for the society. तो बात बहुत लंबी हो चुकी है और स्टिल आई एम ट्रैवलिंग. तो one of only one request is there with all the participants कि जब भी हम कभी रिसर्च करें तो उसको सही मानों में कुछ नॉलेज को हासिल करने के लिए हम करें. हम उसको बोझ ना समझें. हम उसको टाइम पास के तौर पर रचना करें. हमें करेगा रिसर्च, लेकिन एकेडमिक्स लोग हमें तो because I am willing slide and thank you management provided me this opportunity to present my views at this platform, and thank you so much again. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So I am going to stop my talk, ma'am, because still, the Mahabaleshwar, the roads are zigzag, just like very difficult to continue my talk. तो मैं माफ़ी चाहता हूँ. तो
No
यहीं
issue,
पे
sir.
मैं
No
अपनी
problem.
बात को मुकम्मल करता हूँ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind support. As we come to the conclusion of this insightful conference, it is time to express our gratitude to everyone who made this event a success. To deliver vote of thanks, I now have the honor of inviting Professor Samdeen, Assistant Professor in Computer Science at MGV's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Malegaon City. Ma'am, please.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It is a great honor for me to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on behalf of NGV's Arts, Commerce and Science College for making this national conference on trends and challenges in research methodology a grand success. First and foremost, I extend my sincere gratitude to our principal, Dr. Rizwana Hamdani, for their support, guidance, and encouragement in organizing this conference. Your leadership has been instrumental in making this event possible. A special thanks to our Vice Principal, Dr. Ari Panjum sir, for their valuable insights and continuous motivation that have helped us to execute this conference smoothly. Our deepest appreciation goes to our distinguished keynote speakers, Dr. Ahmad Shamshad, Dr. Varsha Patil, Dr. Sajid Naeem, for sharing their expertise in enlightening us with their knowledge and providing valuable perspectives on the evolving trends and challenges in research methodology. We also express our heartfelt thanks to the organizing committee members, to the HOD of the English department who worked tirelessly behind the scene to ensure the seamless execution of this event. Your dedication and hard work are truly commendable. Finally, a big thank to all of the faculty members, students and other participants for their active engagement throughout the conference. Your participation has made this event more meaningful and successful. Once again, thank you all for your contributions and support. Wishing you all the best in your future research endeavors. Thank you all.
Thank you, dear participants. The webinar ended here officially. The feedback link will be shared very soon on the group. Thank you. Thank you very much.